been constantly going up. It's only various economic changes that have even flattened it at all. So we have to go from rapidly rising to falling and falling all the way to zero. This equation has four factors, a little bit of multiplication. So you've got a thing on the left, CO2, that you want to get to zero. And that's going to be based on the number of people, the services each person's using on average, the energy on average for each service, and the CO2 being put out per unit of energy. So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero.
The world population is currently approaching 8 billion persons. Is that too much? Having kids nowadays is so expensive. Why should I commit my modest income into more expenses? Could decreasing the world population be a solution for global warming, poverty, and everything else? Should I stop having kids to help society? To ease these questions and other doubts, we're going to explore and prove a universal rule. All resources are unlimited. What is limited is our perception. Is that possible? Isn't there a fixed output of food, clothing, and everything else? This rule has two aspects, global and personal. Let's contemplate on the personal. Raising kids is a lot of responsibility, and above all, work and expenses. Why should I get myself into that trouble? I'm almost sure I'm not fit for that, and for sure, I do not have all the resources. If everyone started thinking they have to have such and such income to have kids, almost anyone, including you, most likely would not even exist. How many times in life you overcame an obstacle to find out that you're capable of doing something you did not know you knew how or could do? How many talents came all of a sudden easily to you, especially in times of need? Every one of us has an episode to tell, a story to relate, and if not, there's tons of inspiring books out there on the subject. Again, be sure that all resources are there, and you will see them when the need comes. Now let's contemplate regarding global resources. Isn't the world going into war, poverty, and global warming? Yes, the world is going into war, poverty, and global warming. It always has been, and it always will be. That's nature. Nevertheless, we're still here. Why should we stop now? If we take a quick look on the last century, many resources, once scarce, almost unattainable, now are abundant. Not so long ago, a phone line in certain countries were priced over $1,000 and could take months until delivery. Today, with less than $100, you get the phone and the line immediately. Not so long ago, cars would need 1 gallon of gas for every mile. Today, a regular family car fetches over 30 miles with a single gallon. Not so long ago, personal computers were priced on thousands of dollars and only large businesses could buy really good computers. Today, several countries give them away for free, or almost that. Like these resources, many, many others have huge reserves of everything waiting to be discovered, yet many times they'll only be disclosed once the need arises. Life is short, and by all creeds, there's nothing as significant in life such as having and raising kids your own way. Otherwise, what's the point in being alive?